Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to take a look at a play from Clemson's run game from last season. So let's get into it here. So the play we're looking at is A or B gap power. So in this case, it's going to depend on what defense we're going against. First, we're going to draw it up against a 3-2. First of all, if you run A or B gap power, if you don't know, it's a downhill physical run play. And we're going to talk about this power read here. And I'm going to show you how Clemson ran power read. So in this case, we're seeing a three-man surface in a 3-2. So we're going to read D end, the C gap defender on this far left side. So, and what I meant by it can be A or B gap power. If you pull this right guard for power left, he could go in the A or B gap. It's likely going to be the B gap because this guard's going to come down, but it's going to be fast. So it doesn't necessarily matter. We're just going to call it power read left here for now. Now let's get into the other blockers here. So left guard's going to double, scrape back to backside linebacker. Center's going to reach to that left side using the help of the left guard to get him. Backside tight end is just going to seal on the backside. If you would like, if this DN's not very good, you can seal or chip and then release up to that backside corner, get in front of him. Now we've got the play side tight end. This depends on how good this D end is that you're reading. You could either arc release him, or you could send this guy inside, get him up to the safety. Either way, you have now your back is going to lead out onto the corner. Okay, and then here's obviously the power read action. Stretch handoff left, reading that D end. If he fights outside and goes with the back, quarterback's going to keep following his right guard. Okay, and then obviously if this guy bites down inside, staying on quarterback, then you give it to the outside. It's a great play overall. This is out of a split back formation because that's how Clemson runs it in today's play analysis video, so I'll show that here in a little bit. But let me show you first another way that you can run this. All right, so the next look here is if you don't like that look of six guys in the box with a monster, with a 3-2 monster and the safety coming down to help in the box, then split a guy out. So you could still do it here. Split the guy out, pull the safety out of the box. Center's just going to block down on that nose guard. He's got the angle on him now. Guard's going to still get to that backside linebacker. He's got the angle. Seal off or chip and release. It's up to you. This would be A gap power going straight onto the linebacker. Reading this front side DN. Again, there's the stretch handoff path with the option for a quarterback to keep it. And the running back is just looking outside in. So again, you can run this multiple ways, and you can run it out of different formations like this. Move your guys around if you want to continue it with a split back set. You obviously don't have to do it out of a split back set either, but that's how Clemson runs it, so I'm going to show it here that way first. All right, one other way I want to show you is how to block it against a 3-3. If you're seeing a 3-3 defense, how are we blocking it now? So again, now we're back to 6 in the box, and the angles are a little tougher, but it can still be done. Let's say, again, we're going power read left, reading this left D end out here. So starting with the center, he's got to reach that nose on the left side by himself. If you have a good left guard who's got speed, he could potentially chip and help get to that middle backer, but that middle backer is probably the most important block. Backside tied in, he is going to have to seal off. Now, if this D end's not very good, he could go straight to backside linebacker. Now, on the front side, we are going to arc release this one, just because that's going to be a tough angle to get to the inside, and that's where our guard is going to go. So he's going to arc release, looking for next level. Guard is going to go B gap power here, seal or kick out that front side linebacker. And then we've got an extra blocker to the play side with our running back. Okay, and then there you go. There's the power. Again, we are only leaving one guy, potentially two. It depends on how good this D end is, which it should hit fast. So then we wouldn't necessarily have to block him. So it just depends on the blocking ability of your backside tight end. If you want him to chip and go, or if you want him to go immediately, he could also do that as well. So there's how the play looks against a 3-3 stack against a 3-2 from a split formation, splitting a guy out, trying to pull a safety out of the box, or against a traditional 3-2 monster with potentially a safety in the middle. Let's take a look at how Clemson ran this play. Okay, we got Clemson here in the split back formation, a spread split back formation. B gap power read to the right, so reading this right side C gap defender, which is the defensive end there. He's just outside shade of the offensive tackle. Let's talk the blocking scheme. Center's blocking back, guard blocking down, tackle's going to release through linebacker, backside guard who is going to pull, is going to lead through looking for that first threat. H-back is going to kick out, and we've got our play stretch handoff going with him leading. There we go. Let's take a look at this. So there you go. There's full speed. Let me run it back and slow it down a little bit here. All right, you can see here's the guard. He pulls through, goes just underneath in the B gap. The defensive end even tries to squeeze it down. So it's an easy give to the outside. And then, of course, like I said, you got the H-back going off onto this overhang defender, and you've got your running back as a lead blocker. Now, the tackle, he actually gets to that backside linebacker. It's kind of how we drew it up in the 8-man side. He's got the angle to get to the backside. Smart play. All right, let's watch it one more time here. All right, we got one more look at Clemson running power read. This time they're running to the bottom side or to the left side of their formation. In this case, South Carolina's still in a 3-4 with the safety down in the box. They're still reading this D end. You can't see him. Very good. He's inside of the overhang defender. And what actually happens, I believe he shoots inside, which makes it an easy give to the outside. So let's watch this here. So there you go. And then the quarterback even turned into a lead blocker. The play was a cutback up the middle, so he went and helped block. Great play overall. Great execution. Let's look at it one more time and slow it down a little bit here. All right, you can see the DN squeezes in. He's got his eyes on him the whole time, so he gives it to the outside. Everybody else is blocking down, and the guard works around to the nearest second-level defender. Then we've got the H-back to the play side as well as the running back to the play side. These guys just fully over pursue, opening up that cutback lane, and the quarterback leads up in it as well. And that's pretty much it, you guys. So that's a look at Clemson's run game from last year, just the power read, run concept. And like I said, in 8-man, you can run A gap, you can run B gap power. Either way, it's a downhill physical run play. And you get extra blockers to the play side. If you're running the true power read, then you take away a defender as well with the read action. The other thing I like most about power is it's literally, I mean, it's one guy changing his responsibility, and that's a guard pulling. It's very simple to teach. Everybody else is, your gap scheme, blocking down, taking that angle, and then you got your guard leading on to a play side second level defender. All right, but that's it, you guys. That's going to wrap it up for today's play analysis video. Thanks, guys. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave your questions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video or took away anything from it, please click subscribe. Check out some of my previous videos right here in the middle of the screen. And like always, thanks for watching.